Thank you, Mr. Jovi. You know, he's a pretty good singer. He should try doing that professionally. Welcome to Dead or Alive. I am your host, James Parker. Thank you. Thank you. This is a game show. I list 10 celebrities. You have to tell me if they're dead or alive. We're going to do a special edition today. This is going to be the Michael edition. So for an added dose of fun, all the celebrities I'm naming today, their name is Michael. Who was first? Oh, easy. John and Saxy. Hey, John and Saxy, are you ready to play Dead or Alive, sir?
Yes, sir.
All right. Starting us off, number one. Here's an easy one. Michael Jordan, dead or alive?
Alive.
He is alive, 61 years old. Michael Jackson, dead or alive?
Dead.
Yeah, he's been dead since 2009. My favorite Michael, Mike Tyson, dead or alive?
Alive.
He is alive, 58 years old. Michael J. Fox, dead or alive?
Alive.
Alive. Oh, wrong button. 63 years old. Michael Caine. You know the actor Michael Caine?
Oh, yeah, I'd say alive.
Yeah, I just wanted to make you suffer a little bit. He's 91 years old. Michael Landon. Depending on how old you are, he's either from Bonanza, Little House on the Prairie, or Highway to Heaven. Is he dead or alive?
Dead.
Yes. He died in 1991. I just want to keep you on your toes there, John. Mike Pence, former Vice President Mike Pence, dead or alive?
Alive.
Yeah, despite the efforts of the January Sixers, right? Michael K. Williams, we all know him as Omar from The Wire. You know the HBO show The Wire? He was Omar. Michael K. Williams, dead or alive?
Alive.
You didn't see The Wire? Yeah, he's dead. Died kind of young. I can see why you'd miss that one. Thank you, John.
Yep.
Sorry, bud. He did like 7, 8 of them now. Oh, look, Mark and Alvarado, you've got an easy one here. John did all the work. You only got 2 left. You ready?
I'm ready.
Michael Douglas. I know him from Basic Instinct. I don't know if he's anything else. Michael Douglas, dead or alive?
I'll have to go with alive.
He is alive. And I know he was in other things. Don't at me, people. Finally, Michael Chiklis from The Shield and The Commish. Michael Chiklis, dead or alive?
I don't know who that is, but I'll say alive.
He is alive. Yeah, it's a bald guy who was in cop shows in the late 90s, early 2000s. Congratulations, Mark and Alvarado. All right, Mark and Alvarado, you have won a family 4-pack of tickets to the State Fair of Texas, running now through October 20th. For more information on the State Fair of Texas, visit bigtex.com. Now, Mark, I'm going to put you on hold. Do not hang up. Garrett will get you information. And I believe we just email you the tickets to your phone. So another fantastic edition of Dead or Alive. Thank you very much, Mr. Jovi. Hey there, welcome to the James Show. It's News Talk 820 WBAP. Now on FM at 93.3. Look, you don't have to be a Saturday Night Live fan to appreciate what's happening now. I am, but I realize a lot of the listeners to WBAP signed off on that show a long time ago, and a lot of you have good excuses too. But a couple things happened that I thought I'd run by you just so you know what's going on without having to watch it. And it's pretty positive because I've done a lot of complaining about the bias. As much as I love the show and how these people are talented in creative writing, and when they stay off politics, there's nothing else on TV like it. The political bias just been ridiculously intolerable basically since 2015 or so. Really, I think they jumped the shark covering for Obama so hard, but the ship seems to be correcting itself. These things are a pendulum. It swings back and forth. I mean, what was it, the first or second season of Saturday Night Live? They had a skit. You're not going to believe this because, you know, they're a Democrat constituency, but it had the N-word in it. Oh, my goodness. They said the N-word on TV. Yeah, it used to not be like that big of a deal. Apparently, you could say it on network TV. Now it ends your entire career. We have to pretend like the words are dangerous now. But listen, just let's walk through it. They made fun of the debate. David Muir was the moderator to the debate. They had one of the, I think Andrew Dismukes, making fun of being David Muir at the debate. And look, this doesn't sound like much. I'm just getting started. But when you can make fun of yourself for having a liberal bias, that is a sign that they at least know it and are moving in the right direction.
I had hoped the takeaway of the debate I moderated would be my striking good looks, but unfortunately, it was whether or not I was biased towards the Democrats, which... Duh.
That's good. good. They made fun of themselves for being biased, or they made fun of ABC for being biased. But you know what I mean. They're all on the same team. They know it. Now, when they go to make fun of Kamala Harris, they don't really make fun of her, like ugly fun. Maya Rudolph comes out and plays Kamala Harris, which is fine because she does a great Kamala Harris voice. She kind of looks like her, and she's just ridiculously funny in all ways. They actually had some star power come out. I griped on this show about a week ago, how they never had star power to come out and make fun of Joe Biden. They never had star power to come out and make fun of Obama. But when it was time to make fun of Trump, they got Alec Baldwin to come in. And for most of the shows for those seasons, he was the cold open, like the most important, far-reaching sketch that they have. Well, they actually brought in some star power to make fun of these guys. Maya Rudolph was Kamala Harris. Jim Gaffigan was Tim Waltz. Andy Samberg was Doug Emhoff. Bowen Yang was J.D. Vance. He's on the cast now, making fun of J.D. Vance. They didn't bring in star power. But making fun of Joe Biden, Dana Carvey. I have clips from it all. But let's start off with the Doug Emhoff part, where look, this is what I'm talking about. When they make fun of him, but they don't really make fun of him. When they make fun of you for being too damn cool, they're not really making fun of you. It's just comedic because of the juxtaposition of we have a stodgy, old, white, crusty politician, and he's saying all these cool, fun, hip things.
And look, if anyone on the right tries to come for my wife, just remember, I'm from L.A., Busta. Okay? You better raise up before I smack the taste out you, nephew. Yeah, this is West Side Connect. Me and Kay is L.A. to the Bay trick. Don't start no stuff, won't be no stuff, Donald.
Okay, up. Dougie. We're not going to do that tonight, all right? We need those middle states, okay? All right? Go cool down, hotshot.
Yep, sorry, my sweet. Woo!
Yeah, so they make fun of Doug Emhoff. He's just so cool, and he says the lingo, and he knows all the cool terms like the cool kids. Isn't that funny? So they're not really making fun of him. It's comedic to see him do that. So how do they make fun of Tim Walz? Well, Jim Gaffigan comes out, makes a pretty convincing Tim Walz here. You know the comedian Jim Gaffigan? He's the guy that does Hot Pockets. That guy, the Hot Pockets guy. He comes out, and how do they make fun of him? Well, just because he's so relatable and so middle class. So they're doing the old Saturday Night Live when they're making fun of Maya Rudolph, or when they're making fun of Kamala and Doug Emhoff and Tim Walz. But hang on, it'll change when we get to Joe Biden. I'm telling you, there's going to be progress made. But this is not progress.
I got to be honest here, folks. When Kamala Harris called me and asked me to be her vice president, I said, yeah. This is personal for me. I love this country. And as a former teacher, I need the money. This suit is from Costco. It's a Kirkland brand. They make great dog food.
See, now that's not really funny, but let's see how relatable he is. He's middle class. He's just like you. He shops at Costco. He's not one of the ivory tower elites. Don't you want to vote for him? So then they go over to cover the Trump side, and he's supposedly at a Trump rally. See if you can notice a difference in how they make fun of this guy.
Well, it certainly seems like a party over at the Harris rally. Let's see how it's going now with Donald Trump at his rally, which is entering its third hour.
Like that's a bad thing.
Where the hell is everyone going? Where are you going? I see you trying to leave, but the doors are locked. Come on back, we're having fun. We love my rallies, except when someone does a bing bong, bing, bing, bing. Right at me.
Yeah, isn't that hilarious? He just got shot at. That's so funny. Bing, bang, bang. And the comedy there isn't that he's so damn middle class and relatable and, you know, is a teacher on a shoestring salary. No. His comedy is because he can't understand why people are leaving his rally in droves. Isn't that hilarious? See, that's when you really make fun of someone. When they are a fool in the premise of the joke. Not when they're the coolest guy, and that's what makes it so funny is how cool they are. But they are done with Joe Biden. They actually brought in some star power to make fun of him. And you've known this has been some fertile soil for comedic growth this entire time. Joe Biden just bumping into stuff and running into walls like a Roomba. So Dana Carvey comes out and just nails it, just absolutely kills it. This is Dana Carvey being Joe Biden, Maya Rudolph being Kamala Harris.
Folks, that's right. A lot of people forget I'm president, including me. But guess what? And by the way, I think I did a pretty good job. I passed more bills than any president in history. But folks, we still got work to do, no joke. I'm being serious right now, come on. And guess what? And by the way, the fact of the matter is, the rich don't pay their fair share.
Oh, it's the weird whisper thing.
We gotta pay the fair share. We gotta build back better. The build back the better, the better, the better, the better. Build back the better. Can't believe it's not butter.
Thank you, Joe Biden. Thank you so much. Thank you.
All right. Look.
I just want to say.
Now, you saw, I know, I'm pretty excited about it too. You saw they didn't really make fun of Kamala Harris. They didn't really make fun of Tim Walz or Doug Emhoff. But they really did make fun of Trump. And they really did make fun of Joe Biden. I know that doesn't count for much, but that's a step in the right direction for people of influence. They're not influential to you, but there's a lot of people who don't pay attention to the news, but pay attention to Saturday Night Live. I thought that was fantastic to hear. They just, dude, once you're done, once you're of no use to the party anymore, the capital P party anymore, they just push you off the boat. We're done with you, sir. 800-288-9227. 800-288-9227. 36 days until the election. Coming up next, Debbie Schlussel is going to give her brutal preview of the vice presidential debate happening tomorrow, the hurricane response, and she's going to have some strong opinions on Israel invading Lebanon today. That's coming up next on The James Show. News Talk 820 WBAP, now on FM at 93.3. Hey there. Welcome to The James Show. News Talk 820 WBAP, now on FM at 93.3. I think I'm the star of the show. I think I'm something important. I'm a funny guy. I'm entertaining. I'm witty. I'm well-read. I'm versed on all the big news of the day. So, not surprised when people call in and they're like, hey, man, can you play that song again? Oh, dude. Seriously. I'm going to do all this work, do all this reading. Y'all want to hear Tampon Tim again? Fine. Forget James. Play Tampon Tim.
Grade school boys and grade school girls all need tampons all over the world.
In Antarctica?
Once a month, their front holes bleed.
That's what it's called now.
There's just one thing they need.
Who do they need, Chance?
When you think about tampons,
who do you think of?
Think Tampon Tim.
When you think about what?
When you think about tampons,
who's the VP?
Think Tampon Tim. Tampon, tampon, tampon Tim. Little white torpedoes from a cotton gin. Tampon, tampon, tampon Tim. Have a tampon party with all your friends. When you think about tampons, think Tampon Tim. When you think about tampons, think Tampon Tim. When you think about tampons, think Tampon Tim. Tampon Tim, Tampon Tim, Tampon Tim.
Got a lot of requests for that. And then the new one, I was going to, do a nice breakdown. I read all the Federalist Papers from written under the pseudonym Publius, and I was going to cross-reference them to the notes from the Constitutional Convention. Oh, but what? Oh, you'd rather hear the Borders Are parody song. Oh, okay. That's just as intelligent.
From the wackos on the left to the MAGAs on the right, they know I'm beating Kamala. This race won't even be tied. Her policies are nutso. She's out her goddamn mind. She just repeats the same thing, regurgitating her lines. She thinks that immigration without paperwork is good. Clearly not too much power underneath Kamala's hood. Borders are, it's what you are. Borders are, borders are. Cackling Kamala, you're dumb. Mass inflation imminent if she weasels herself in. If that don't sound like fun to you, then you better help me win. I promise I'll secure you, you'll be in better hands. It'd be a flippin' free-for-all with what Kamala plans. Borders are, it's what you are. Borders are, borders are.
Dude, whoever made that is so good at what they do. Yeah, she's crazy. We got it. We got it. She's totally crazy. Got it. And surprise, finally today, I didn't get a request for this. It was the most popular song last week.
Well, old Donald used to run the country.
He subdivision tried to build a wall.
He made a few of his people wealthy. Oh, he don't care about the rest at all.
He's got convictions, he did the nasty and undermined the Constitution.
Dorks.
He's an oppressor of civil liberties, megalomaniac Republican.
Oh, give me hope, Kamala. Hope, Kamala, give me hope, Kamala, for the election.
Enough of that. Oh my God, they were so dorky. And did you notice how their insults were just mean? They weren't like based in policy preferences. So like, he's just the most evil guy ever. Give me hope, Kamala, please. Give me some testosterone shots for that family. Good Lord. Oh, and if you have any requests, I'll take them. I'm just kidding about being annoyed by that. I really don't mind playing that 1,000 times because I think it's funny too. But the last story I want to leave you with, there's one number that makes me bring this to you. It doesn't seem like that big of a deal. The NBC News came out about 2 weeks ago with a report that University of North Texas, up here in Denton, just not too far away, there's supposedly a scandal where they've been getting all the unclaimed dead bodies from like Denton County, but also Dallas County and Tarrant County. And then what they do is, if these bodies go unclaimed for a certain amount of time, I guess it's just ollie oxen free and you can just do whatever with the human carcass you want. And so the counties have been selling them, and the North Texas Health Science Center will freeze them, cut them up, and sell the parts off to different research facilities. And I mean, some of this sounds like legit stuff. Like they sell it to some place up in Cleveland so they can figure out how to do the transplant where you take the vein out of the leg and you use it for a bypass on the heart. And, there's like some legit uses for these dead bodies. And some of the people are upset about it because, hey, my grandfather died and we didn't get to find out in time, and y'all sold his body, and so now we don't get to have like the proper military funeral or whatever. Now, the reason NBC News thinks this is a national news story is because of the tens of thousands of unclaimed bodies. They're disproportionately black, male, mentally ill, and homeless. Oh God, y'all had to find a racial angle in everything. Good Lord. I bet you they could find a racial angle in Dr. Pepper Zero. Here's the reason why I care, because this just started, or the NBC report here says from the University of North Texas Health Science Center's plan since 2019 till this report. So the last, 4 or 5-ish years. How many unclaimed bodies do you think have been given to the University of North Texas Health Science Center in Fort Worth? 2,350. That is a lot higher than I expected.
$1 billion, million, 400 trillion, $600 billion.
Not that many. I just didn't think that there would be 2,350 dead people unclaimed. Like, I joke about when I die, I don't care what you do with my body. It doesn't have to, I don't care if you cremate it. I don't care if you fill it with formaldehyde and put me in a box and put me underground. I don't care if you just take my body and throw it out in the woods. Just go throw it in Lake Ray Hubbard. I really don't care. But the people around me care. The people around all these dead people care. And how sad is it that you could die and have someone go unclaimed for like the whole months that it takes for your body to be turned over to the hospital? Apparently, y'all didn't love him that much. For the families that come back, they're like, well, he was missing and we couldn't find him. And, well, you weren't keeping track of him long enough for him to end up being sold for parts. How much did you really love him? How much of an integral part of your life was he? Not to diminish the suffering of these families. This is just a weird story all around. And I just didn't know that there was that many unclaimed bodies. Apparently, they're just piling up. All right, stick around. Coming up next, Mark Levin will be taking over. And you also have a chance to see Scorpions at Planet Hollywood in Las Vegas. We have a new contest we're pretty happy about starting this week. You can text the word casino to 95819 for your chance to win. The rest of us have to go get it at Live Nation. But for a full list of contests like this, we have WBAP.com. Check out the contest page. We got to give these away to somebody. I'd rather give them away to someone who listens to The James Show. So text casino to 95819 for a chance to see Scorpion in Las Vegas. I'm James Parker. This has been The James Show. News Talk 820 WBAP, now on FM at 93.3.